Vietnam Hanoi airport taxi scam. My scam experience in Vietnam.
There's a lot of fake Grab drivers around, a lot of fake taxis.
This is crazy and I'm about to lose my mind here.
They usually speed up the meter or, they can play some dirty games.
He took our wallet. After this happened, we were really scared to ride taxis, to be honest. My dad, he didn't want to ride taxi anymore.
Now, Cam, make sure you don't get into those fake taxis, because then you might have your phone stolen and many other things. Well, sad to say that actually wasn't the first time that we got into a fake taxi and had something not great happen to us. The first time that it happened actually happened within the first 2 hours of arriving in Vietnam. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you about how we witnessed different scams. Didn't fall for some of them, but there were a few of them that were just really, really sketchy, and very grateful that things happened the way that they did, because honestly, it could have been really bad. So let's jump into it. We arrive in Vietnam, in Hanoi, and it is a bustling airport. We've got long lineups, and Travis gets out first. I'm not too far behind. I'm getting messages from him, because I have my phone at this point, that people keep on coming up to him asking to drive us. Now, we've learned, right? We've learned that we don't get inside a taxi unless you're using the Grab app, right? I load the Grab app up, and then I start searching for a vehicle. Now, outside of the doors, just outside of this place, is sort of an oval that cars just go around, and there's just a lot of cars. They're just going around in circles, and they're looking to pick up people to drive. We're paired with a car, and it says that it's a Toyota Vios. Never heard about that car before, but that was the car that we were paired up with. Then we get flagged down by this car that is in a Hyundai. We look at the car. That's not a Toyota. License plate doesn't match, and Travis walks up to them, and he is insistent that he is the one. He tells us to go and look at the photo of the driver on the app and compare it to him. I look at the photo, I look at him, and I'm like, maybe? And so then I notice on my phone that I start to get a phone call, and it's inside of the Grab app itself. It has a phoning function. I go to pick up the call, I click accept, and I put it up to my ear, and I can't hear anything. Travis starts to speak out to me and says, "Oh, he's calling you." And so I was like, okay, well, I guess that's good. But then I notice on my phone, it has the iPhone allow microphone situation. So I didn't confirm that it was him, but I decided to just go with it anyway. It seemed like everything was lined up. We sit in the car, and the Grab driver says that he will change the driver to him because he switched vehicles, and it is him still. We decide to believe him, and I hand him my phone. He does a few things, and I look at my phone, and I look back, and it's the trip canceled. And it says that I'll be refunded in 30 days. And I'm thinking, what? I thought you were going to transfer it. And he's like, oh, no, you can pay cash. And I look at Travis, he looks at me, and we kind of exchanged words in our minds. It went something like, yep, here we go, Cam. Something like that is what I heard Travis say with his eyes. We proceed on. The first place that we get to is the gate that you have to pay a toll. Now, the driver starts to tell us that we are the ones who need to pay the toll. But then he proceeds to gaslight us. He tells us that we need to pay 100 dong. And, we don't have 100 dong. We had 10,000. So I just said, well, we could pay you 10,000. We don't have 100 dong. And he's like, oh, no, you don't understand our money. Like, we need small bills. And I was like, that's okay. You can take more. It's all good. He's like, no, we need to go to an ATM. Travis and I look at each other, and we're like, no, we're fine paying the 10,000. It's all good. But he's insistent. He's going to take us to an ATM. We get out of the toll area, and we drive along the road towards this kind of alleyway. He pulls in up to an ATM. we feel pretty uncomfortable. And so Travis gets out and goes up to the ATM, puts his bank card in, plugs in his PIN, and then cancels it. We walk back to the vehicle, and I whisper over to Travis, like, you should lock your bank card. We don't know what just happened. We can tell that the driver is getting a little frustrated, and we keep driving. This is the third scam. The driver looks into the mirror at Travis and he says, "Oh, can I try on your sunglasses?" And Travis is like, sure. Hands his sunglasses over. And he says something like, "Oh, my Canadian friends, this is a gift from you. I'll tell all my friends about you." And Travis and I are like, no, those are Travis's glasses. He needs those. It's sunny here. We need to protect our eyes. But he's insistent. He continues to drive, and he keeps on saying, no, these are my glasses now. At this point, we have all of our belongings in the back trunk. We have money on our person. He has all the power. And we are in a taxi that canceled the trip and is doing really sketchy things. I'm feeling really uncomfortable. We decide that we are going to forget the glasses for now. And now we continue on the highway. I'm navigating. I'm making sure that we're getting to our hotel, but I notice something weird. We start going into the left lane and we turn and do a U-turn. And now we're going in the opposite direction of where we need to go. That's a problem because we just got like pseudo scammed 3 times getting into the taxi, paying a toll that we don't need to pay, and going to an ATM that possibly could have had one of those skims. Now we are going in the opposite direction of where we need to go. My mind is racing at this point. I'm thinking, are we going to get taken into like a weird location and have our kidneys siphoned? So, this is where Travis and I start to speak up. We start to say, hey, so like, what's the deal? We are going in the wrong direction. Our hotel is the other way. What is happening? And then the driver says something that is insane. He says, my shift is over. What? What do you mean your shift is over? You are our Grab driver, and we hired you to bring us from A to B. That's not how this works. That's what's going on in my head. We start to ask questions, and he then proceeds to start slowing down and pulling off onto the side of the highway. Now, to paint a picture, we're on the highway, pulled off to the right. There's a ditch that's lining the highway, and over top of the ditch is a bunch of grass with little huts and people standing around. And on the other side of us is the highway, where there are cars just barreling down the street and tons of scooters. So, not the most safe of locations, when now he is telling us that somebody is going to come and replace him and come to the vehicle. We now have a choice. We're standing outside of the vehicle. My heart is pounding, and Travis and I have to choose. Do we take all our bags and find a new Grab driver, or do we trust this mystery person who doesn't speak English and hope that he brings us to where we need to go? Well, of course we got into the taxi, and we went with this mystery driver, and we were taken home to our hotel. And everything was great. Oh, and Travis didn't get his glasses back. But the moral of the story is always use the Grab app. Always make sure that you're looking at the license plate, you're verifying the driver, and don't take people and what they say at face value. Make sure that you are a bit skeptical. You know, we were tired. We just wanted to get to our hotel, and we were the perfect targets to play to convenience. And really, that's the same thing that happened to us when I lost my phone. And so, again, I don't want to paint a picture that Vietnam is unsafe. It's an absolutely beautiful place, and there are a lot of honest people. And every single person needs to be aware, no matter where you are, about the different scams that exist. Because you know what? People are trying to survive. And I'm just grateful that we made it to our hotel and everything was good. But what I would do differently next time is I would really adhere to that principle of always using the Grab app, always verifying the license plate, and always making sure that, you know, you're getting into the right vehicle. and practicing that safety, and be patient. And even if you can't get the car right away, yeah, be patient. And I think another one that would be really good if anyone is a little bit uncomfortable with traveling on their own is to visit somebody who lives there, where they can help you to navigate these types of situations. But overall, it was a beautiful trip, and there are a lot of more stories to come. But that was my second story of getting into a fake taxi, and luckily everything was good. So hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you all very soon.